Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in this video of mine, I will be discussing further about the average income. As I have explained it before in my previous video, but I will recall it once again for you all. So the average income is also known as per capita income, and we can calculate the average income by dividing the income of a country of the total people within a country by the total population. It is important to find the average income because every year the World Bank reports its world development reports, on the basis of which it classifies the country whether it is a developed one, developing one, or underdeveloped. So the average income is the main criteria used by the World Bank for classification of the countries in these criteria, means in the developed countries or in developing countries or underdeveloping countries. So the country which has the US dollar more than 12,736 per annum is known as rich countries, and whereas the countries whose income per capita income per annum is US dollar 1,045 is known as poor country. Okay. So this concept has been explained to us with the example. Let's start. While averages are useful for comparison, they also hide disparities. So here it is telling that as we use average for comparison, means for the comparing purpose, but it is not the good way for finding doing any comparison. Why? Because it hides the disparities, means it hides the shortcomings of that country. How? This will be explained to us in this example, through this example. Okay, let's start. For example, let us consider two countries A and B. For the sake of simplicity, we have assumed that they have only 5 members each. Based on data given in table 1.1, calculate the average income for both the countries. So here it is telling that for an example, you can take two countries, namely we can take the name mainly A and B. Okay, so for the sake of simplicity, for simplifying our task, the author has given us only 5 members from each country. The details about 5 members from each country means from country A and from country B. So it is given in table 1.1, and it is telling that we have to find its average income of both the countries. Okay, so this is your work. You will find the average income of both the countries. Now we will proceed ahead. Will you be equally happy to live in both these countries? Are both equally developed? So here it is asking to us that are we really happy to live in both of those countries? Is there any difference in both countries or not? So for this we have to find the average income. So 300. Okay, so we will proceed ahead. Perhaps some of us may like to live in country B if we are assumed of being its 5th citizen. But if it is lottery that decides our citizenship number, then perhaps most of us will prefer to live in country A. So here it is telling that if by seeing the data given in the table 1.1, we will think that we must be in country B as if we were the 5th citizen of that country. Because here we can see that 5th citizen has the average income of 48,000 per month. Okay, I don't know whether it's a per month or per year, something like this. Okay. So it has the average income of 48,000 per month or year. Okay, whereas in country A the average income varies. So most of the people will be thinking to live in country B as its 5th citizen. But assume that the citizenship of that country, means country B, if it is given on the basis of lottery system, then it is a luck of chance that you may get the citizenship of that country, or you may not also. So and some of us maybe prefer to live in country A because we can see that there is an equal distribution of the average income. Equal distribution means in that country neither the people are very rich nor the people are poor. There is a balance of money between all the citizens, all 5 citizens. Okay. Even though both the country have identical average income, country A is preferred because it is more equitable distribution. So here it is telling that although we can see that the average income differs, but also people will choose country A only. The smart people will choose country A because there is an equal distribution in the shares of average income. In this country, people are neither very rich nor extremely poor. So it is telling that in country A, the people are neither very rich nor extremely poor. But when we see about country B, we can see that 4 members of the country B are poor, whereas the 5th citizen of the country is very rich. On the other hand, most countries in country B are poor and one person is extremely rich. Hence, while average income is useful for comparison, it doesn't tell us how this income is distributed among people. So here it is telling that while average income is a very main criteria for deciding whether a country is developed or not, but it hides the disparities that the division of the money has been equalized between its member or not. It doesn't tell us whether the money is distributed among a large number of people or only within a small number of people. Like in the country A, the average income is the average income of a person is likely to be equal to the other. Neither there were 2 rich persons, nor there were poor person. But when we come to country B, we can see that the 4 members were poor and the 5th citizen of the country was rich. So this shows us that the average income is not the suitable way for finding the developed or underdeveloped countries. So here our topic ends, and in next video we will discussing the next topic. Thank you.